You know what's remarkable to me is the fact that Republicans continue to use the wrong equation, yet somehow always come up with the right answer. We saw it recently when Marjorie Taylor Greene said that her Republican majority in the House had been a disaster. Of course, she only said that because she wanted the government to shut down, but she's not wrong about them being a disaster. She just thinks they're a disaster for the wrong reasons. A similar thing happened actually on that same day last week with Republican Congressman Eli Crane. See, Eli Crane, a member of the Freedom Caucus, and much like Marjorie Taylor Greene, was pissed off about the fact that we actually passed a budget and we're not going to have a government shutdown. See, for some reason, Republicans really want the government to shut down. I assume they think it means they don't have to work and they just get like a free vacation, but it would send the economy spiraling down. Millions and millions of dollars in lost economic revenue per day of a government shutdown, like hundreds of millions of dollars per day. And that would be a disaster for the Republicans in an election year, but they still wanted it to happen. And then on Friday, after it, of course, didn't happen, Eli Crane went out there, held a press conference with other members of the Freedom Caucus, where he told voters to stop voting for Republicans. Again, wrong equation, but the right answer. Here is what Eli Crane had to say. Please quit sending politicians up here who come to your town, who come to your Lincoln Reagan Day dinner, talking about fiscal responsibility, border security, and then they vote on this crap repeatedly. You can help us. Quit sending them up here because in case you guys haven't noticed, we are radically outnumbered. It's always the same names. It's always the same names of people trying to stop it. And it's always the same names, unfortunately, who talk a good game in the media and back at home in their districts. And then they come up here and they vote for this crap, hoping that you don't pay attention. You can help us, he says. And you help him by not voting for these Republicans. So in other words, you got a Republican lawmaker up on Capitol Hill who's saying, stop voting for Republicans. And I don't know that I've ever heard any Republican ever anywhere at any time say something that I have agreed with more than that statement. Stop voting for Republicans. Are you tired of your Congress not doing a dang thing to help you? Stop voting for Republicans. Are you tired of watching the wealthy elite get tax breaks and then promising us it's going to trickle down and it never does and we just get lied to over and over again? If you are, then stop voting for Republicans. That's what Eli Crane is telling you to do. And when a Republican member of Congress tells you to stop voting for Republicans, I think that's the advice we ought to be taking, right? We should be listening to these Republicans when they tell us how dysfunctional their party is. We should listen to them when they say, stop voting for me. I'm bad at my job. Why are you doing this? So thank you, Eli Crane, for that moment of clarity. Again, we disagree on the reasons why people should stop voting Republican, but I think we both agree on the outcome here, and that is stop voting for Republicans if you want a Congress that can actually function.